Welcome to Classic Exercise 4. We're going to create and edit some graphical images in this exercise. In particular, I'm interested in creating an original graphic for a logo there. And I also want to edit this graphic here and create some shapes, whether they're stars or whatever they are, and pop them down there. Now these are going to be used and put on your master slide layout. So there we are. You can see the task sheet, which you should look at. You're going to create two original graphical images. Your image will have more than one layer. I'm going to explain what we mean by layering. And final images will be saved as a PNG, portable network graphics format. And your images will be inserted in your presentation. If you're wondering about portable graphics network format, there's some information on the task sheet which explains that portable graphics network is a lossless data compression. So when you save this file time and time again, you don't lose data. It's the most widely used lossless image compression format on the internet. It replaced GIF format, and so you might see PNG as well as GIF. So we can use some PNG files. I'm going to create two original images, as I said. We're going to use a graphics package which you should find called paint.net. And the first thing we're going to do is try and create the company logo. We're going to set the canvas size to 9 times 5 centimeters. So it's a small image. We can create the word game word logo. We're going to try and draw a little bit of a picture on there, save the logo as a PNG file, and insert the new PNG graphic into our presentation. If you go and search for Paint, you'll find paint.net, which you can launch. And it should look something like this. Here's paint.net. Select image, canvas size, and the canvas size, if we're going to set an absolute size in centimeters, I'm going to put here 12 by 5. And here's our new canvas. The first thing I'm going to do is add some layers. Now layers are like tracing sheets, and we can work on different layers, and at the end we will save and flatten the layers into one graphics file. But if I add a layer here, if I maximize, we should be able to let's have a look, add a new layer. If you can't see the layers, make sure you click on this little icon here and it makes them visible. You can see that I've got a background layer, I've got a layer 2, a layer 3. You can delete layers just by doing this. You can delete layers like so, or you can add layers, adding tracing sheets. So let's look at the background layer first of all. And what we can do is just fill this with a certain color. Well, I quite like the color dark blue. Fill. And so that's the background layer. And what you'll notice, if I select layer 2 and deselect the background layer, that background layer has disappeared, and I can put other graphic parts of the graphic here. But at the moment I'm going to display the background so you can see. What we're going to do now is we'll display this, but we're going to work on the layer 2. I want this to be in, so I click here. The text will now be in white, and I'm going to choose text. So I'm going to choose to say text. I'd like the text to be in white. I'd like it to be around about 24 here. We'll put type text here. I'll also put bold on. And I'm going to type game. And then I'll change the font for the last few letters into something a bit more interesting to look at. So I'm just going to jump out of this. And Game World. Now I'm going to draw a funny graphic if I can. I'm going to draw it with these curved lines. There's the curved lines. Make the brush a bit wider, and I think I'll have it in red, and there's a nice red line, which I think I can just curve a bit to make it look cool. And there's a stamping tool here. See if I can do another one. Where is it? Curved line. And I'll do a similar one. And there it is. Do File, Save As, and we'll save this as a PNG, and we'll save it as logo. And we're going to save this in Unit 3 Creating Graphics folder. We'll save that. We'll flatten it. And that's done. So I've opened the previous presentation where we created Game World. Remember it. And what we need to do now is to go to our slide master. And make sure you go right to the top. So we're editing the master slide, and we want to insert here the Game World logo that we just created. There it is, and we should be able to pop it up into the top corner there and resize that. Okay, and if you don't like it, you could do that. You can play with this, you could crop it and increase the size, but for demonstration purposes, I've got Game World there now. As I said, you could crop this, right click, crop, and reduce the size of the graphic to so, and then just resize it so that it fills the square nicely. And we're done. Close the master view and press F5, and you can see now we've got Game World logo created on all our slides. Now I'm going to add a second. We've done the logo, now doing a company icon. I'd like something to look a bit like multiple stars or circles, and that's what we're going to do now using PaintNet. I'm going to create 3 layers. I'm going to use 3 shapes. Might pop a little bit of text on there. Later on we'll crop it and we'll save it. Our final image is a flat. We could do a JPEG or we could do a PNG, whatever's most suitable. See how we get on. Going to resize the canvas size. We're going to do an absolute size here of about 5 wide by 10 high. Remember, it's going on the left hand side. So there she goes. And let's pop some images. So we've got a background layer. First of all, let's pop a circle down in there. And we can fill that with there's a pink color there. Fill that. And then we're going to add a layer. So this is layer 2. And we'll put another circle here, but we're going to go blue. Put a blue circle here. And you can see that there's the blue. And if I deselect that, there's the pink. And there's the 2 layers. And we'll try just a third. We'll do a line. Make it a nice brush stroke. I need to do it in color. And layer 2. And So make sure you press escape. Now press the line curve. I've got a nice 15 wide line. It's going to be black. Layer 3. And I'll draw a line up there. And I think this will allow me to bend it around there. So there's the third layer. There's the second layer. There's the background layer. Now I can save this file, save as. We can save this as PNG, or we could save it as JPEG if you want, just for it to be different. Alternative. But JPEG's a lossy format, but we call this let's call this graphic. Save that. Save that. Flatten it. And that should be done. I should close that now. So we're going to insert picture. There's a graphic, this time it's a JPEG. And it's across here. Again, I could, I should be able to crop this. Just so that I've got that. I think just for kind of fun, I'm just going to pop it up right into this corner here. Now, put it in the wrong place, haven't I? This has got to go on the master slide view. So open view, slide master, go right to the top. And I copied it, and I should be able to paste it and just pop it right in the top corner there. And close the master view and press F5, and now you'll see our logo. Okay, so we created a company icon, we created used some layers, standard shapes and lines. We did text tool before, we used cropping. You can talk to me about transparency, a tool. We can make images more or less transparent. We saved it as JPEG image. Now don't forget to add the 2 images to your template. Off you go.